Alright, good morning everyone. This is day 2, walking 100 kilometers in 7 days. Today is Tuesday, and this is going to be probably the second longest walk I'm doing this week. So yeah, it's going to be second longest. It's going to be the second most challenging probably. So today I'm walking from Hoogezand to Groningen. I'm basically walking from Hoogezand to my home, which is 17 kilometers, I guess. I'm walking from McDonald's Hoogezand. That's where I start. That's why I'm going to drink some coffee first with my dad. He's going to bring me to Hoogezand, and then after the coffee, he goes into the other direction with the car, and then I am going back home with my legs. So I think the most important thing is that I am mentally prepared. So I think this is going to be a very mental walk, because again there are parts where I have to walk in a straight line by a canal or just anywhere else. So it's also going to be warm today. So we just have to find out if it how it goes. I think it's time to go in like between now and 30 minutes. We're going to drive there. We're going to Hoogezand, some coffee first, and then it's time to walk. Hope you guys excited. I am pretty excited. Also a bit nervous because it is long, but let's go. Alright, so let's enjoy the coffee first, the cappuccino, and then let's go for it. Alright, so the walk has begun, and the first thing I have to do is walk an entire piece of the route by a road with cars. I'm walking on a path where cyclists are also coming past me. It's warming up. It's currently 9:30 a.m. and we're now, I guess, almost 10 minutes in. So let's see how this all goes. Let's see how fun the route will be. Alright, so my legs aren't acting weird yet, but I do notice, and I do not like the fact that it's already getting warmer and warmer. I'm currently, I think, almost half an hour in, or 20 minutes, and I am feeling it getting warmer. The sun is in my neck right now. It's not hot. I hope it will remain that way, but yeah. And I'm still walking on the same road. So I'm still walking in kind of a straight line. And I just walked through poop. That's great. Alright, so it's getting really warm. I'm still walking on the same road. It's now 10 a.m. and it's warming up, and I am warming up. So luckily I have my water with me, so I can stay hydrated. That's important. My watch says 3 hours left until I'm home. 3 hours. Look at this. One straight line. Groningen is like 1 more hour. It's 5 kilometers, which means about, I guess, 1 hour. So I just got the bar. I'm not feeling like sitting down just yet because my legs are doing just fine still after more than 1 hour. So yeah, I'm just going to eat it while I walk. I'm still, for almost 1.5 hours, I'm walking on the same road, one direction, meadows, almost none, and I walk in a straight line, but the views right now are better than they were 30 minutes to 1 hour ago. I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but I just showed you a clip of a fragment of signs that said that it's 5 more kilometers until I'm in Groningen, and like 30 minutes later another sign said it's 7 more kilometers until Groningen. So I think I'm tripping. I'm a little bit confused right now, but I'm still on the route, so I guess it should all be alright. 2 more hours to go. I'm almost halfway through. Bro, it's going extremely and surprisingly well. So the body of water I was walking by, and I'm still walking by the way, not for long anymore, but I'm still walking by, is not Van Starkenborghkanaal this time, but this time is Winschoterdiep. Yeah, that's a fact I wanted to tell you guys. I didn't know that either until today, so we both learned something new. Alright, so I'm finally, if you can see it, I'm finally turning left. I finally can get off this road, finally. Right now, walking over Winschoterdiep. There in the distance, there we have the city. 1 minute later, look where I'm at. We're walking into the city. Alright, so yesterday I watched this Jim Carrey speech on YouTube. It's a very great speech. I didn't really understand every word he said, but at least I got the most important parts, I guess. So if you haven't watched it yet and you're watching for some inspirational, motivational speech or something, just watch this speech from the legendary comedian and the legendary man in general, Jim Carrey. Alright, so I'm about 2 hours in and I still haven't took a break yet. A real break. I haven't sit down yet. I think it's good to sit down, but to be honest, I also don't really see anything to sit on. So I don't want to sit on the ground, so we just have to look and see what we find. So right now, after walking for a little bit more than 2 hours, is the first time I'm walking on sidewalks. Alright, so I found a spot. It is in the sun. I'm sweating. It's the only place I could find. So I'm quickly going to eat my lunch, drink a bit, and walk on because I don't want to sit in the sun for too long. Just as everything was going very well, there are two things. I think I walked the wrong way, or I couldn't go there. Maybe I could, but I think I couldn't. So I'm walking a few extra meters right now. I don't know how much, but some. Second is that my Strava, which is a software where I just track my kilometers, my time, my route, didn't catch my GPS. So I don't know if it's recording correctly. So when I'm at home, I'm just gonna have to check if it's all registered it correctly. So I'm a little bit frustrated now, but we just have to walk another hour. So I'm going to finish it. Maybe everything will be fine. So here I'm walking through and around the city center of Groningen. There was also a fair going on in the real city center. And yeah, I also went to the supermarket to buy some drink because I was very thirsty and I didn't have any water left. Alright, so for me it's now 3 hours, about 3 hours after the last bit I recorded. When I was still walking, I had 1 hour to go. I had to walk from the south of Groningen to the north of Groningen because I live in the northern part of the city. But yeah, I didn't feel like recording or just film that last hour because it was very busy. It was probably going to be very difficult to communicate because like everywhere there are cars, cyclists. There was like a fair or I don't know. But so yeah, it was very busy. So now I'm here and now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how this walk went. Let's first just get out of the way that I was very frustrated at first that my Strava, which is, as I already explained, the software I normally use to track distance, time and route, that stuff, that didn't work. It didn't catch my GPS signal, so it didn't record well. I don't know, the time wasn't right, the route wasn't right, the distance maybe closer to right, but I don't think it's. Luckily, that's what I was about to say. Luckily, I have my watch because my watch also tracks those things, and maybe even more. So my watch did record correctly, or at least much better than my phone did or my Strava did. So fortunately, I could still see how many kilometers I walked exactly or how long it took me to walk the route. Google Maps said it was like 3 hours and 45 minutes, but I think with one break and one time I had to go to, or I wanted to go to like a supermarket to buy some drink because I was thirsty and my water was already, I didn't have any water left. But I think I did 3.5 hours, including those two things. So I walk in very nice pace. And yeah, about the walk itself, so let's just not focus on what happened to my GPS or my Strava. And it was also very warm, but let's just not count that because the warmth wasn't really a big problem for me, surprisingly, because I'm just not a very big fan of high temperatures. So it went surprisingly well in that regard. But also, apart from the warmth, this was like a very pleasant walk, so to speak. Because even I started at McDonald's, as I told you, as you all guys already saw. From McDonald's and I had to walk almost in a straight line for 2 hours over one path. So it was like I was very happy to like get a little curve and get over that bridge and just walk into the city. But yeah, even when I was in the city and I walked through a part of the city I really haven't been before, it was still like my legs were like helping me because my legs yesterday or the day before yesterday, my legs started to respond negatively after 1.5 hours. And this walk was like at least twice as far or as long. So yeah, when I took that lunch break and started to walk again, that was like the point where I started to feel my legs noticeably. And that was the point where I just also noticed that my Strava wasn't working, and I've told it twice before now. And then I came home. So it was like a long walk. Before the walk, I was really like excited, but also a little bit nervous. I don't know if that's the correct word to use here, but like, there were two sides to it, to the upcoming walk. But now that I'm home, I really think it was great. It was like the best walk in the past few days, maybe because I was literally feeling free. I had an empty mind. No, not really an empty mind, but like empty of negative or things that stress me out. So I was thinking only about positive things, about ideas, maybe even for this channel. So it was like really a great walk. And at the point where I was almost home, I had that weird feeling because you come all the way from another city, you walk like in almost one go, you walk towards your house, and suddenly you're there again, without driving or cycling. You're just walking, and you feel like kind of invincible. No, but it feels like you have won something. So that's like a very great feeling, and it made me very happy. So I came home sweaty. It was warm, but I felt like I had a great walk, apart from the Strava and the warmth. But like now I'm here and I'm saying that this is a walk I could do over. Maybe someday soon I could walk from here to Hoogezand, so the same route but the other way around. I don't know if I'm going to do that very soon, but maybe, who knows. But yeah, it was a great walk, and I hope you guys like this video. If you do, like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who would also love to see this. So I see you tomorrow at day 3 of walking 100 kilometers in 1 week.